let's deal with road transport documentation. We have certain essential documents that we have to use during the course of international road haulage. International road traffic is subject to a wide range of international laws and regulations. Therefore, there is a series of conventions and agreements made between countries governing the way vehicles operate in cross-border transport. Together, these laws, regulations, conventions, and agreements provide the basic condition for operating goods vehicles abroad. So they cover road transport safety, security and environmental protection, and the issues surrounding the development of international trade. So moving goods from road by road, we use CMR note, the key road transport document. The standard contract of carriage of goods being transported international by road. And the CMR note is a consignment note that confirms that the carrier, that is the road haulage company, has received the goods and that a contract of carriage exists between the trader and the carrier. So this is some form of authentication or certification that the goods have been received. The shipper has handed over the goods to the carrier, road transport. Now, unlike a bill of lading, the CMR is not a document of title or nor a declaration, so you cannot use it to negotiate. The bill of lading you can use to negotiate, but CMR, anything can happen, so it's not a title document. So it does not necessarily give the holder or the carrier the rights of ownership or possession of the goods. A bill of lading does. Once you hold a bill of lading, original bill of lading, it means you are the owner of the goods. And you can fill in the CMR yourself, or you can have a freight forwarder or the carrier to do it for you. However, you remain responsible for the accuracy of its contents. Information to be covered on the CMR note is that the date, the place at which the CMR note has been completed, the name and address of the sender, carrier and consignee, the person to whom the goods are going. The description should be acceptable to the consignor and consignee. For security reasons, you do not always want the carrier to be able to identify valuable goods, the weight of the goods, any charges related to the goods, such as customs duties or carrier charges, instructions for customs, and any other formalities. Now, generally, there will be 3 copies of the CMR note. One will be kept by the trader, the other by the carrier, while the third one will travel with the goods all the way to its final destination. While the carrier is liable for any loss, damage, or delay to a consignment until it is delivered, the trader is responsible for any loss or damage the carrier suffers, resulting from incorrect details having been provided on the CMR note. So the forwarder certificate of receipt is also something, which means that you have received the goods, the forwarder, and then the TIR system. We dealt with the TIR system yesterday, some form of insurance connect. Now, the forwarder certificate of receipt means it has increasingly been used internationally on the trade journeys by intermodal, with freight forwarders playing a crucial coordination role. Much road freight is organized in this way. Forwarders documents have been designed for these kinds of transactions. The forwarders certificate receipt provides proof that a forwarder has accepted your goods with irrevocable instruction to deliver them to the consignee indicated on the forwarder certificate receipt. Using a forwarder certificate can speed up payment. For example, if you are selling overseas and your contract with the buyer states that the goods are collected from the factory and the buyer is responsible for arranging the freight, an FCR can be issued when your buyer's forwarder collects the goods. You can then present the FCR for payment rather than having to wait until a non-negotiable transport document, the proof of the goods having been loaded onto the transport conveyance for the main international carriage, if any, is issued, which may be some time later. So while an FCR is not non-negotiable, another similar document, the forwarder certificate of transport, is negotiable. So note the difference between the FCR, which is non-negotiable, FCR, which is negotiable, and then the certificate of receipt, which is non-negotiable. So while an FCR is non-negotiable, another similar document, which is the forwarder certificate of transport, is negotiable. This means that the forwarders accept the responsibility to deliver to the destination you specify, not to an unchangeable destination as with the FCR. I continue to tell you that once you have not delivered the thing to the right person at the right time, at the right place, in the right quantity, in the right manner, logistics has not been done. So this allows vehicles to cross numerous borders without repeated customs checks. Goods are checked and sealed at the outset, and the vehicle is then waved through by customs authorities until it reaches their final destination. So traders must set up a security bond with the Road Haulage Association or the Freight Transport Association. So as with any commercial transaction, there are risks associated with trading internationally. The likely risk you may encounter in the factors to consider are loss, damage, delay, including detention at customs points. So, but if you insure your interest, that's the insurable interest in the cargo for insurance cover to be valid, you have to be able to show that you have an insurable interest in the insured goods. This means showing that the goods are yours and that you bear the risk associated with it or with them. So under CMR Convention on the contract, the carrier bears some limited liability, although this is determined on a case-by-case basis, and sometimes the liability can be total. So traders should arrange the appropriate insurance cover. So that brings us to the end of the documentation aspect. As mentioned, we proceed with